Hello, Tiana Gustafson here, tianagustafson.com, and I was asked to show the recipe for this pumpkin chicken casserole recipe that I had. Hey, Mama's recording. This is the real life here. So I made a big batch of quinoa, and if you're not familiar with quinoa, it's kind of tiny little round ball things, and you bake it same kind of as rice. It's double whatever amount. So if you do 1 cup of quinoa, the water is double water. Or you can do broth as well. So I did about 3 cups quinoa uncooked with 6 cups water, and this is how it turned out, about 20 minutes. It's still warm. I'd covered it and gone out for a little bit, and it was warm. Then over here I have, the recipe calls for a can of pumpkin pie mix, or not pumpkin pie mix, but pumpkin mix, but I only have pumpkin pie mix in the house, so I'm going to go for it. Might be a little sweeter. That's alright. And then with a side of veggies is what it calls for. And so I had some celery and some carrots in stock, and I wanted to also show you a quick trick. What I do with my carrots, my Bravo and my Vitamix. Here, let's bring this out. Thought I'd do it quickly. I was trying to figure out the prettiest way of doing this, but it's not all pretty. Here, I'll look at the carrots while I plug in my Vitamix. Okay, so if you don't know what a Vitamix is, they're awesome. I don't have a food processor in here. Maybe I will one day, but I kind of use this as it. So what I like to do, if you have a blender that's high, oh, you know what? That's still a little big. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. So I normally put like stuff like this and even onions in for like a few seconds. By the way, I got this digestive enzyme. It's really awesome. Wovenzyme. I know it says healthy inflammation, but it's a digestive enzyme, and it is awesome, just so you know what I mean. So, get the stopper in, and I normally put it at like a 3. So I'm going to turn it on. See those big chunks? So normally just to chunk it down, it just does that. Just takes a few seconds. There we go. See, this is tricky in real life. This is like one-handed while filming. You can hear my kids in the background. But I figure this is what most moms do, so might as well keep it real. If you're not a mom, then it should be pretty easy if I can do it. Okay, so now I have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, I've never made this recipe, so I'm totally winging it. I'm going to take the lid off, and I'm going to dump some quinoa. I think I'm going to, I don't think it's going to let me turn it. So this is going to be part 1. In part 2, you're going to see it all dumped together because I cannot dump it all. Well, let's see if I can dump it all with one hand. No, I need to open the can. So this is part 1. Part 2 will be putting it all together in person, and then part 3 will be after it's baked and I will try it. So here's part 1. So we've got quinoa. I think I'm going to put about, try 3 or 4 cups of that. We have a can of pumpkin pie mix. Probably just pumpkin would be suffice. We've got carrots, and I have the leftover chicken from the chicken, organic chicken, that I made in a crock pot, and then whatever the word for that vegetable is that I can't remember. Celery, that's celery. Okay, we'll be back shortly.